Huh. Yeah. So, I'm trying to decide if I like this basket or not. I mean, kinda. It's shaped different than most baskets, but I'm just not sure if I like it. Hey guys, Richard here, eBike Reviews and Adventures. We're in the garage this morning, the day after. Maybe I should title this The Day After. Had a really good day yesterday with Amanda here in the garage. Got some things accomplished. Got this awesome HJM bike. This is the tri-hauler. Yeah, got that delivered, got it unboxed. Just released a video this morning. Took us about, just 5 or 6 minutes or so really just to get this thing unboxed. It was really quick. But awesome little, not even little, awesome trike. I'm going to get this out on the road today and try to do some riding videos and start getting familiar with it. But yeah, really liking it. I'm not sure if I like the basket though. I mean, traditionally, and I'm a traditionalist, where's some other baskets? Most baskets come, they're black in color, so there's some contrast with the actual bike itself. I mean, there's a basket on the blue bike there. Even the racks are black compared to the colors of the bikes. Black and blue, and I don't know, and then black and black over there on the white contrast. I like that look. I like the black and white contrast. But over here, you have the rear basket and the front basket is the same color as the trike, and I'm not sure if I like it. Still trying to decide that. Yeah. No, I mean, not only that, I'm still trying to decide if I even like this particular basket on the front, because it is really large, and that's helpful, very useful that it's so large. Yeah, I don't know. I'll get used to it. I'll figure it out. Hey, look what else we got yesterday. Whew. You dizzy yet? We unboxed the Revy bike, Flux. Now, we didn't get a chance to ride it. So that's going to get taken out this morning so we can get it on the road and see what it's all about. But look how long that is right there. I mean, that's huge. So they have a passenger kit. It comes with the footboards, but nothing else. But they do sell a passenger kit, and you can put 2 smaller seats with little backrests on them for like kids and stuff. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about rigging this up so we can take like smaller kids on the ride, 2 at a time. But this bike is like super long. It's got the guards around the wheel, which a lot of these cargo style e-bikes, they seem to forget the accessories, right? But they have that. They also have this really nice little bag tucked in right there. Now that bag can be used for a second battery, because they do have a second battery option, but you can use that bag for storage. And so that space right there is not going to waste. So I really like that. So there's some good things about this Revy bike that I'm liking. Will I get that out maybe later and introduce it to you, or you to it? Yeah, let's see. Oh goodness. Got the roll road video that we're posting. Actually, that gets posted tonight. So real happy with the roll road Emma. Oh my goodness. We got stuff. Hey guys. Now, most of you are familiar with Russ's Right and his channel. And I'm not sure if we've ever seen Russ's house. I don't watch too many of his videos anymore. I don't know if he lives in like a townhouse or something, or he lives in a regular house, but he's always talking about, I mean, he has to store his bikes inside. It's my point. Well, I've graduated to that status. We had to move a couple bikes inside the house yesterday. Yeah, we did. Not real happy with that. But, trying to take these down to a storage unit nearby, loading them up, taking them down there, switching things out all the time, that eats up a lot of time too. And I'm busy enough as it is, and so we just had to do something. So we stuck a few of them in the house. We're still got a few of them for sale, trying to get rid of some older inventory moved out. But I don't know. I think we may have a solution, another solution coming up soon, but still trying to figure some things out. Yeah, so that's what's coming up on the channel. Hey, I went to order some Blue Wind seats the other day, saddles, and they're out of stock for like, I don't know, like a month and a half or something. They said they'd be back in inventory. The black ones. I typically just use the solid black color. But so I went ahead and picked up this blue one, and we have a red one. Amanda actually swapped the red one out and put it on her red Truxas Explorer. But since they're out of stock and maybe getting harder to find, I did see this one, and I thought, okay, this is something new. I'll try this and see how it is. So we're going to get this set up, but it's similar to the Blue Wind, but it's bigger. I mean, it's even wider, so I think, I mean, this could potentially be even more comfortable. So, I don't know, we got to get that set up on a seat post and put it on something so we can try it and see if there's something better than the Blue Wind out there. Speaking of seat posts, I've got a couple running around here I need to replace. I had a seat post failure. You know, I use a lot of these Zoom seat posts, but we had one that failed because it twists, and I wasn't able to get it tightened up, so we're just going to swap it out. So that's on the agenda for today. Hey, got a basket here from King Bull. Appreciate you, King Bull, for sending us a basket for the new King Bull Light Rider. Now, unfortunately, we announced that here a couple of weeks ago that we received it. But, guys, I'll let you in on a little secret. The King Bull Light Rider is still sitting over there. That's the white one. It's still sitting over there in pieces. In fact, we got a box over there that's got all the parts, the tire and stuff. Yeah, the forks came in defective. And I say defective, I mean, it could have been, I mean, possibly shipping damage, but if you look at the fork, you shake your head and say, no, that's not shipping damage. It's just defective. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. So something happened at the factory and that one got jacked up. So we've been waiting on a new fork, but it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So we'll be able to get that up and running finally. But anyway, they sent me a basket, kind of like a, hey, thanks, Richard, sorry for the inconvenience type of thing. Get that over there. Yeah, you know, it's an ongoing issue around here trying to get cleaned up. I'm at the point now, I've got so many larger accessories that I don't know what to do with them all. I mean, we've got a couple of baskets that never got used. Here's a larger seat for the Emma Roll Road. This is actually going in the trash. I've got another basket down here. I don't remember what it's for. And then I have a couple extra bike bags that I use. But, yeah, there's a basket over here. This is for the, what is that one for? That one's for the e-trike. And I didn't put it on because I got to take this piece of wood off or do something with the wood because I don't like the wood grain. It didn't look good on that bike, so do something with that. But oh my gosh, and then over there on the back table we got some more seats and saddles and bags and baskets for the electric and and then that's not including what's tucked away inside some of these cabinets and stuff. It's just, oh my gosh, I got to figure out a way to get organized. Anybody out there really good at organizing that lives close to me, you can come on over and give me a hand. I mean, Amanda's pretty good at it, but she's getting tired of cleaning up after me all the time and trying to get organized. Look, I've got, you know, whenever we have extra nuts, bolts, and parts and pieces, I typically try to leave them with the bike that we get so that when we sell the bike, we give whomever a baggie that's got the manual and different little parts and pieces. But sometimes we get stuff in and then we forget what bike it came from, and so they just start collecting, and now we got all kinds of extra nuts and bolts and parts and pieces that look, I've even had to order a couple of things because I didn't have what I needed. You'd think I would with all of this, but I don't know. I just don't know. You haven't heard me say that in a while, but there are things I know and there are things I don't know. And sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, so on our longer rides, our action cameras only last about 90 minutes. And I had a power bank that I sometimes would carry with me, and it's pretty large, but I put it in my handlebar bag, and then I'd plug into it when I would remember to plug into it. But then every time I got off my bike, I was tethered, and I'd have to unplug the cable, but then I'd forget to put the cable back in, and then the battery would eventually die, and yeah. So anyway, I got a new power bank, and I'm excited for it because it's supposed to be really good. In fact, it's supposed to be powerful enough that it will run your camera even if you take the internal battery out. There it is. And it's got a nice digital display just to show you what the status is. So I'm going to get this charged up. And the point is, this is pretty small. And this is going to allow me to keep it in my pocket, and then I've got a small USB cord that runs from this to the camera, so I can get on and off the bike, keep the camera running all the time. But the bad part about that is, when it comes to editing the videos, oh my goodness, it just means I'm going to have even more video footage. And it's nice because it's got a USB port and 2 USB-A's up here. So if I have this in my pocket, and occasionally I'll wear a front camera and then I'll put a camera on my back, I'll be able to run extra power to both of them. So I'll be able to stay running for hours and hours, which is a lot of fun to edit, like I said. Yeah, so see, look, little parts and pieces, I don't need that. There's a Toby snack. What's that doing out here? Had to do some work on Emma's air conditioning. Emma's running around here with no air conditioning in Florida. Yeah. So we put this in just to kind of test it and see what was going on, and the compressor shot, so it all leaked out within about 10 seconds. So we got to do something for her. Or she's got to do something for her. So there's another power bank. So I got one for Amanda. If that other one works out, we'll open this one up and get it going. What else did Amazon bring me yesterday? Here's some more data cables, USB cables. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Yeah, it came out of that. And this is now trash. What else we got over here that we can? Well, I know I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get rid of that trash too. I know I'll keep that one. Let's see here. What is this? Lights. That actually needs to go back to Amazon, so we're going to put that over here in that pile. Look, I didn't get very far with cleaning off my desk area. That's just how things are. Look, my trash is overflowing. Again, I should break that box down, but it's full of trash. Full of stuff. Whew. We got the Revy bike box here. We got the pallet and the HGM box right here. HG. I keep saying HG. It's HJ. I haven't said it in the video a couple of times. I feel bad. I'm dyslexic, and sometimes I think one thing and say something else, and things end badly. Yeah. So Amanda should be showing up here pretty soon. What's on tap for today? What's Amanda and I doing here in the garage? Well, let's get this powered up first. Today in the garage. So we're going to get the Revy bike out, do the first ride impression on that one. We're going to get the HJM tri-hauler out, do the first ride impression on that one as well. We have a couple of videos that need to get edited, and Richard needs a haircut badly, so at some point Richard's going to bust out of here, go get a haircut. We've got a couple small maintenance tasks, like simple stuff, like, you know, changing out that seat post. I told you it was broke. I don't know, it seemed like there's a couple of little accessories and things we got to attach. I need to figure out on this tri-hauler here if I'll be able to add, if I'm going to be able to add my bar end mirrors, or if I'm going to have to get something different. Because these handlebars are swept back, I think, too much for me to be able to add a... Let's check that real quick. Let's check it now, so I know if I need to go shopping again. Go out there on Amazon, do some more shopping, because, hey, you know what? Amazon trucks show up at my house sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. It's ridiculous. That's where we do most of all of our shopping. So, let's sit on the bike, see what it looks like. Oh, I gotta adjust that seat. Whew. Oh, party foul. Oh my gosh, why'd that seat end up so high? I mean, I can barely sit on it. And I'm a tall dude. Let's get this down. Oh my gosh. Did I break the mirror? I guess I didn't. Alright, so if we're sitting here and the mirror goes in at an angle like that, can I adjust this mirror enough? Oh boy, not quite. I mean, I can make it work, I suppose. Yeah, I think we can make it work. I mean, That's one thing I don't like about these mirrors. There's just not quite enough adjustability here. And sometimes we find a bike that they don't work so well on because you just can't adjust them enough. Like I'd be able to see myself. Cock it sideways, I can see behind me pretty good. I think we can, man, I don't know. It's going to be close. It's better than nothing. I think we can make it work. I don't care for those mirrors that attach way up here and they just stick out here, because they don't stick up and out enough, and I'm constantly hitting them with my hand when I'm, making an adjustment or something, or go to wave at somebody and then I keep smacking them, and I just don't care for that style of mirror. So, but I think, I didn't grab the right-handed mirror, but so I can't test it out. But yeah, I think we can make that work. There's been a few times I've destroyed the handle grips because I didn't think about that ahead of time. I did it with the Varibus, and I didn't check it first. And what I did, I went ahead and cut through the material and destroyed the handle grip to create the hole to put the mirror in. Then to find out that the mirror wasn't going to work at all. And then I had to replace the grips, and I just had to do that on the Varibus recently. But I've had to do it on others too. So, but this one, thankfully, this one has a cap that you can remove. So that makes it easier. We should just do that. I'll do that here shortly. Yeah, not all of them do. Sometimes they're just solid. All right, so hey, whoa, we're at 16 minutes. This was supposed to be a short little video. Richard's out here rambling. We'll see how much of it gets cut out and how much of it gets posted, or maybe nothing gets posted. Guys, it is about 95 degrees, or it will be 95 degrees today. Right now it's about 90. Humidity is high. Oh, it's so thick out here. Yeah, that's what Florida's all about. Hey, give me a like if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Ask any questions you want down below for the community to answer. And subscribe if you're new here. I'll see you in another video real soon.